Yo, what up, people? Let me get this pulled up over here really quick. Happy Sunday, happy October, happy Halloween. If this ain't my favorite month of the year, yeah, I love October. Got some good things in store for October. Let me get this pulled up. Probably, this is rare that I go live on a Sunday. Don't think I've ever been live on a Sunday, so we're probably not going to have a very large group. But what I'm going to do, I want to talk about a couple things that's I plan on doing in October, and I want to talk to a lot of people about XRP that have been really blasting AngelFish in the Discord. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to call AngelFish. I'm going to basically connect AngelFish with everybody that's live in YouTube. Ask as many questions as you want. She's going to answer all of those XRP Ripple questions that you have. And I'm going to start us off. I'm going to ask a few questions because hot damn, have I definitely been wanting to pick her brain on XRP. What's up, man? Happy Sunday, guys. I don't think I've ever been live on a Sunday. I did a Tony De Niro live once on a Sunday, and I noticed they typically don't draw a lot of people in because folks are just relaxing and chilling. But I'd rather do it this way than kind of overlap it with an IPO. You know what I'm saying? We got an IPO tomorrow, AATP. I think they're going to shotgun those filings in, so I could have done this tomorrow, but I'd be overlapping it, and I want the meat and the context to be its own video. All right, so Gambler, how are you, man? I haven't seen you in a while. Where you been, dude? Good to hear from you. We got Candy in the house. Hello, hello, hello. She comes here for the tea. Man, where are my glasses? Let me make sure I'm reading everything right. Yeah, ain't no telling what y'all are saying and what I'm actually reading. XRP, yes. I just loaded up a lot. So I had, I don't even remember, 20,000 or 25,000. I added another 10,000. And I don't even pay attention. Honestly, I never look at it because it's in my crypto.com. Like if I were to pull, if you guys got crypto.com really quick, this is what I hate about crypto.com. I'll pull it up only every couple weeks. I don't pay attention to it. Every time I open the app, it says you have to update. We have a new platform. I'm like, Jesus Christ, like how many times do you guys update? What is going on here? And therefore, because I'm always having to update the app, it just prolongs. I'm like, nah, I'll do it another day. Don't open it. And I never get to look at my crypto wallet because I constantly just count it off. So the other day I opened the wallet, I updated, and I added 10,000 more XRP Ripple. So crypto.com, just, I don't know if it's a security measure, what are they doing, but you are always having to update that app every time you open it. It's crazy. Uphold, okay, cool. That's a great one for XRP. I think more, now that this lawsuit's over, I think more and more apps now are allowing access. I even hear you can buy in New York. See, my brother was still connected to New York, even though he's in Alabama. He still had New York driver's license, his car tags, everything, because he still has a house in New York. And for the longest time, he wasn't able to buy XRP because none of the brokers were letting you buy crypto in New York. Like, what's up, New York? What's the problem? But apparently now there is a broker, a platform that you can buy XRP in New York. So that opened it up to him. So this is what I'm going to do going into next week. Yeah, Bidenomics, man. It's not working out too well. Going into next week, so we have some really good IPOs coming up. But for the month, if you notice, there is a long list of China, Hong Kong. We've got some Spain in there. You've got some Middle East IPOs in there. We have a really good American IPO. It's only got 1 million shares coming up. And I said to myself, what if, and this is just a test, by the way, what if instead pick and choose in IPOs because at the end of this past month, I did pretty good. I came out on top. The only losses I took were on YOLOs. So I said to myself, well, fuck, the YOLO thing maybe isn't really working. I need to go back to my original because I never YOLO'd. I would always just sell on the first rip, you know? And it always worked out. You sell on the first rip. I don't give a shit if you're making $20 or $2,000. You're making something off the first rip because I don't pre-order, right? You guys know I don't pre-order. Now, when you don't pre-order, let me just pull up an example for everybody really quick. I'll show you Friday's IPO, which was anal. Everybody knows. When you look at Friday's IPO, she fell right off a cliff, right? This is just a great example of when you limit order in instead of pre-ordering. You've got Friday's IPO. It was ANL. Fell off a cliff, but they allowed me to enter at 18. She then went over $1. And of course, I sold at 19, but I held a YOLO on that one. But my point here is, even the ones that suck do this. Okay, they hit the floor. Your broker allows you to enter. She then springboards off the floor. And let me know if I'm cutting out, guys. I don't even know if I'm cutting out. What's up, Lucky? Haven't heard from Lucky in a while. Hey, Florida girl in the house. Good to hear from you. So I said, you know what? I was picking and choosing IPO at the end of last month. That came out really, really good. It was the YOLOs that bit me in the ass, and it was CART. So if I didn't play IPO CART, and if I didn't YOLO a couple tickers like anal here, damn, you know, I would have had almost a 100% run on every IPO I fucking played. Every one of them paid. But then I said to myself, well, shit, if they all paid, look at the ones I didn't play, like CCG. You guys remember it went to $200 freaking dollars. CCG, man, it went right up. You know, there it was. It's on the list. It's being overlooked. You think it's not going to have the impact, you know, so why play it? Why freaking waste time? And then boom, it goes to $200. There was another one that went to $40. And so this is the experiment. And you guys can chime in. I want you guys to chime in and tell me what you think a good number to start, so that if you want to work with me on this and you want to start with me, you play every single IPO that comes up in October, November, December, all the way to the end of the year. You play every single IPO. And instead of me starting with a $25,000 account, the typical IPO is $4, right? Or $5. They say 5, but they always come in at 4. I like to work with 1,000 shares because that way, if it goes up 50 cents, you make 500. If it goes up $1, you make 1,000. It's easy math. So I'm thinking I can start my broker account out with like $4,000 or $5,000. That way I don't have unlimited day trades like a lot of people. And I can do this test on every single IPO and see how fast I can move that $4,000 or $5,000 into a $25,000 account. Can I do it before month's end? Or is this something that maybe it doesn't work as fast as I think it's going to work, and it takes me to the end of the fucking year to do it? Nonetheless, I believe it's going to happen. If you guys are interested in that, I'm definitely doing it. Chime in below. Thank you, Luck, by the way. And let me know what you think a brokerage amount, like what would be a fair, say, dollar amount to start with if you guys are going to jump in on this idea. I'm doing it. And here's another thing, another reason I'm doing it. You guys, like, let's say I pull $30,000 out of my broker account and I'm only in with $5,000. That $5,000 is literally money I can freaking lose. I don't have to worry about. So to me, it's almost a game. It's going to be fun. It's not like I'm stressing over it. So if this is something that you guys are like, okay, certain dollar amount, pay the rent or play an IPO, I don't do that. So you guys got to make sure that it is money. This is a game. This is a test. Not certain, but playing every IPO is going to work, but you definitely don't want to be slamming down cash that you should be paying bills with. Okay. Teddy, what if you only have $500 to play an IPO? You're just starting at $500. Here's something, guys, that I really need to talk to some people about, because I don't know, some people maybe haven't been following me for a long time. You maybe have just started following me on IPOs. When we were trading IPOs 2 years ago, we had this thing that if you got into an IPO on a Friday and that IPO just blew up, there would be this hype and momentum over the weekend that you could roll it over and swing it into Monday. Like Megal, it blew up to $350 on pre-market that Monday. You'd be able to make more money if you held it for those days are over. Just so you all know, shit don't happen anymore. You don't do that. Somebody in my Discord said, the past 3 IPOs, I held them because I think there's just going to be more meat on the bone a little later on. So I think I'll make more money just by holding them. That's false. Almost every IPO that we have played is now sitting at 50 cents, $1. Megal's sitting at I think Megal's at $2 or $1.50. You see what I'm saying? You do not hold an IPO beyond the very first day. In this market, you don't do it. So there was a girl on my Discord. She says, man, I'm losing so much freaking money because I've got all these dead IPOs. I'm like, well, what the hell you got them for? I don't think I've ever said to hang on to an IPO other than a small YOLO. What are you doing? She came up with it herself. She goes, I just think I'm going to make more money. I'm like, well, look at history. History tells you you ain't going to make, you're going to lose all your money. Okay. So that's the thing. You gotta trade right out. Trade right out on within the first few minutes of the IPO is the safest way to get out. Even if it continues to blow up, you're making profit that first couple minutes. So $500 is fine, because if it's a $4 IPO, you get in at $4, you at least have 100 shares, right? So you're working off that 100 shares. You've got a small account. You've got to budget that account wisely, and you're obviously going to go all in with your $500 and do it wisely. If me personally, I'm not going to start at $500 because there's just no fucking way I'm going to start at $500. I'm not going to handicap myself that fucking bad. I don't think the average person in the stock market's using. I'm not insulting anybody here, but right now I got $35,000 in my account. There's no way in hell I'm going to go down to $500. That would be just handicapping me too hard. I'm doing this to prove that the average person with a few grand in their account can play just IPOs. Here's the thing. If my Discord would have just played IPOs this past month, everybody would be in the green right now, because all my IPOs were in the green. Every fucking one of them but Cart. Now, you could have got the hell out of Cart. No big deal. Okay, it's not making us any money. Get the fuck out. It was a high-risk IPO that was a high dollar amount, so I don't think a lot of people played it, which was great. But anyhow, that is... the only one that handicapped me, really, the one that took the nosedive, was Cart. The problem is a lot of people in my Discord were chasing stock that I wasn't approving of, and you got losses. So let's say those people just did what I did on the IPOs. They would all be green going into October. They'd all have profit going in October. This is my point. Now, some IPOs we already know are going to do better than others, like GLE is coming up, AATP is coming up. We know those are going to be gangbuster IPOs. So it's like all in, expect a lot of money, get as most money out of those IPOs as you possibly can. Then you're going to have one maybe coming out of Israel that you're like, okay, this one's highly suspect. I'm going to play it, but damn sure ain't going all in on this one. This is my point. So the ones that we know are gangbuster, we put a lot more into, and the ones that were, maybe they have warrants or some shit. Look, we had an IPO this past month. I avoided it because it had warrants, and I couldn't believe it ran. It ran to $12, and it had warrants, and it made no sense to me that it ran to $12 with those warrants. So the proof is even there that you can even make a substantial amount of money, almost double your money. Literally, I could have doubled my money had I played this IPO with the warrants. So there's really no rhyme or reason or rule to anything, because it's like when you say, shit, I'm not playing that one because look, there's a resale of 4 million shares. There's warrants. There's no way in hell I'm touching that one. And then that one triples in value. So had I just played all the IPOs last month, I would have come out another $10,000 up probably because of CCG, because of that Asian play that had those IPOs or warrants, because of that one play that went to $40. I can't even remember the freaking name of it. You see my theory here? Instead of picking and choosing, and sometimes I eliminate the ones that are making the most freaking money, as long as I'm limit ordering in, they all bottom, they springboard up, I sell at the springboard, I'm gone. No more YOLOs, because it was the YOLO that got me trapped on anal last week. So that was a mistake, but that was something new that I was just doing, having fun, and I'm like, fuck it, let me throw YOLO in there. But my old school way of trading, to where I just sell on that first bounce, or we get that first bounce, she sells off, and then she rips, and I sell on that second rip. That's always worked for me. So I'm going to go back to that method. No more YOLOing. I'm going to start with $4,000 or $5,000. I could even go down to 4,000. I think 4,000 is safe. I don't see myself going any lower than 4,000 because I like to work with 1,000 shares. Okay, let me read some comments here, and then we're going to call AngelFish. About to get AngelFish on the phone, y'all. We're going to pick Angel's brain. Let's see here. Okay, thoughts on TTOO. Here's the thing with TTOO. I made 5,000. I lost 900. Made it back. It's like I'm so green on TTOO, and I see so many motherfucking people that are red on TTO. I don't want to be one of the people. So this is with TTOO, guys. It's like, okay, Teddy got out when he was way above water, and I don't want to get back in because there's too much other shit going on. So why don't I just avoid all high risk plays, especially because the market's about to suck going into this next month. You guys already know we're going to have when you have a difficult market, guys, you got a SPY that's selling off, a blood red SPY. You know what that does? Increases the value of IPOs. IPOs go up when the SPY goes down. All the more reason to play IPOs in October. So I'm saying, look, so many people are losing all this money. I just played IPOs. Let me know if I'm cutting out, everybody. So I know there's a lot of good plays out there. I know that there's, this momentum play coming up, and there's this news dropping, and that FDA dropped, and now this bank is buying this fucking company, and this guy got a loan. I know all that shows, which is what I fucking love. I think at the end of this next month, I'll have more money in my account. Let's say I start with 4,000. Teddy starts with 4,000. Now I only have 3 trades, so you guys can't bust on me for unlimited day trading, right? So if Teddy starts with $4,000, 3 shitty ass day trades, that means I can play 3 IPOs a week. Most likely I'm not going to get that. But if you do what I do, you should have the exact amount of money that I have at the end of this month. Now, if you add high risk plays, okay, to your calendar, and let's say you start jumping in some of these bullshit fucking plays, chances are you're going to have less money than me at the end of the month, because those are the plays. Like I said, FNGR got me last month. TTOO got me for 900. Sure, I was up, but they took another 900 back because of all the bullshit that was going on. Okay, so that's just my take. Excuse me. This experiment, this theory of mine, and this test needs to be IPOs only. I can't throw any other salt and pepper in there. It needs to be IPOs only to prove that if you play every fucking IPO, you limit order in, do not pre-order. You limit order in on every single IPO. You are going to be way the fuck up in the money at the end of the month playing every IPO. That is the test. All right. I looked back and I looked at all the IPOs and I said, Jesus Christ, I played most of them. The only ones I didn't play, fucking nuked. I'm like, Jesus Christ, look at me. I played almost every IPO anyway. The ones that fucking listed last month. The one I didn't play went to 200, right? The other one went to 40, and one tripled. Those three I didn't fucking play, and they all took off. So there it is. I kind of am already proving it with the history of this past month. All right, so let me go ahead answer some questions. If you guys got questions, go ahead and answer. But I'm going to be calling AngelFish in very shortly. And she's here right now. I see her. What up, Angel? Hey, listen, y'all. It was a long time ago. But when I started my Robinhood account, I started it with like $500 or $800. It was really low. So we were all there. We've all started there. I got extremely lucky on a bio stock. I can't even tell you what it is. The very first bio stock I played, I made $800 on, and I didn't have very much money in my account when I started. And then I rolled that $800. Now, I wasn't playing anything because I was like, going into, learning how to scalp, learning how to day trade, watching a shit ton of videos, talking to people online, and just learning. So I started with a very small amount of money. So it's not like I don't understand you people. I totally understand that you have to start with a small amount of money. But once you're ready, then you increase the money and, you might fuck up. But I got lucky because when I put all my money down on Dogecoin, I put under $10,000 down on Dogecoin when it wasn't even a penny. It was 0.0, what was it? 0.009, I believe, or 8. And it ended up, I bought 1 million Dogecoin at 0.0. It cost me under $10,000, and it goes to 77 cents. So then all of a sudden, I had a shit ton. But prior to that, I had made $20,000 on a big bio stock. So those are my two immediate massive experiences in the stock market that got my account. They said, oh shit, okay, I can be a baller. I'm playing at 25,000. Then I had IPOs coming in hot, Megal, AMC, 35,000 I made. Lost 6,000 at the end. Tried to recover that. And then here and there, just plays winning and losing. Then I lost a shit ton of money. I lost on FRC Bank. Had I not played FRC Bank, man, I shit, that one hurt. But I was playing straight IPOs, and guess what? I think the only IPO prior to them all getting pulled on us, the only IPO I lost money on back then was Lucy, I think. Lucy took a nosedive, and she never recovered. And it was maybe like 8 IPOs in a row. It was money, and then Lucy. And we lost money on Lucy. And then it was back to small IPO, but then the dates, and we're like, okay, why are all these IPOs getting pulled? Why all of a sudden was every date on point? Now these IPOs are just gone. And then next thing you know, we didn't have an IPO for like 7-8 months. They just shut them down. Starbucks, that was a good one. Starbucks was a damn good one. What up, everybody? It's good to see Florida Girl in the house. I don't see her very often on my lives. Good to see you, Florida. Those were damn good times. They're coming back too. 4 more months, guys. 4 more months. The election goes down. There is something special happening with this election. I don't think we're going to get caught in that same trap that we got caught in the 2020 election. Absolutely, Florida. I think there's a Donald Trump movement going down, and it's going to bulldoze right over this 2024 election. He's going to be the next president. And as soon as he's in, the stock market's going to rally. Everybody's going to lose their minds. The Dow's going to jump. SPY's going to jump. There's going to be money dumped in the market. It'll almost like be back in the day when it was really difficult to lose money in the Trump market. It was really difficult. Well, until Biden took over and I was taking the same risks, and it's like, oh shit, okay, I can't take the same risks in Biden's market that I took in Trump's market. You know? And then that's right, in the back of my head, I'm still watching DWAC because that was such a strong play, and nothing's changed in my mind other than it seems to be a little safer now because the SEC is off his back. The merger is going down. Donald Trump looks like he will be in the White House 2024. DWAC blows up, right? DWAC just fucking nukes. So even if you just bought 100 and just put it on the back burner, say, I'm just going to buy 100 DWAC. This is just in case Donald Trump becomes president. And she goes to $200 or that 177. She hit $177. What if it does that again and you got 100 shares for $15, right? 100 shares for $15 and it goes to 150. It's worth setting 100 shares aside, man. It's worth it. We'll do that. This is what I'm going to do. Like after this months of playing with these IPOs and ironing out my theory, then we'll start talking DWAC. I'll keep pushing DWAC in your head so you guys don't forget. All right? All right, here we go. XRP with AngelFish. I'm going to put her on speakerphone, everybody. And we're going to ask her questions. We're going to drill her brain. Because everybody has their own idea of what is going on with XRP, including me. So, Angel, I'm calling you, girl. Guys, let me know if you can hear that. Give me a yes or no. Let me know if you guys can hear AngelFish. She's on.
Hey guys, I'm on.
What's up, Angel?
With XRP, including me.
Whoop whoop. Hey, I hear my echo in the background, girl.
Guys, let me know if you can hear that.
Turn me down, Angel.
Yeah, I'm turning yours down.
Can everybody hear AngelFish?
I turned my laptop down so I don't hear you on there and me on the phone too.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. Everybody, let me know what's going on with how you hear me, and is there a long delay on AngelFish, okay?
Okay, if there's a delay, I'm just going to start explaining a couple of things, and then you guys can come in with your answers when I'm done. The first thing I wanted to explain is I'm getting a lot of repeat questions. The repeat questions I'm going to try to address now. XRP and XLM were created by the same guy, pretty much, the same coder guy, pretty much. And I'm not going to go into a lot of those details, but I wanted you to know Stellar and XRP are two different companies. XRP is Ripple and XLM is Stellar Company. However, they both were written by the same guy. So that's the difference there. The reason why I am so big into XRP is because I've studied a lot. I know what it does. And I'm going to tell you guys real quick. There's a lot of reasons why it's down so low right now. That's another one question that you guys keep asking me. They're still in the lawsuit with the SEC. That is why it's being held back. So basically, you got a golden ticket. This is a racehorse. This racehorse is being held back in the gate because of the leftover lawsuit by the SEC. Now, the reason why that's going on is there are big players that do not want XRP to make it. Now, I'm going to try to explain things. 2 + 2 = 4. Okay, Ethereum is a big player, and that belongs to Wall Street. Simple terms, okay? Wall Street does not want XRP to succeed. Why? The reason why is because Ethereum is the toy of Wall Street, and that's run by JP Morgan people, whatever. Okay, so that's why. You want to know why? Well, if they take over the space of Ethereum, you're going to see XRP run into $2,000 a share. So you have to understand, even though it's 50 cents right now, there's a reason for that. So these guys are fighting. They've already won half the fight in court. But once that leftover bit of court business is done, that racehorse is coming out of the gate, and this price is going to fly like fire.
Hey, Angel, honey, what is the holdup in court? What's the SEC trying to prove now?
The SEC is trying to say that it's a security, and Coinbase is in the same fight. They're trying to do the same thing with Coinbase. Now, Coinbase operations is in New York. Guess what? New York doesn't want people to buy XRP. So that's another question I've been asked. The reason why you cannot buy XRP if you live in New York is because they put a ban on it. The reason why they put a ban on it is because guess what? Wall Street's headquarters is in New York.
Right. Yep.
So if everybody can follow the dots, this is why I'm explaining politics has 99% to do.
Sure does.
With your stocks and what's happening with the stock. So it's too hard for me to explain all these things.
Can I ask you a question real quick? Let me ask you a question that everybody's wondering. Why is it IPOing if it's a cryptocurrency?
Okay, right now they're not talking about the IPO. I was hoping he'd mention it at the party, but he didn't. The reason why is because he's still in court fighting the SEC. Now you have to get the approval through the SEC for an IPO. Of course, they're not going to do that because JP Morgan is behind, Gary Gensler. I'm trying to be careful with what I say so it doesn't get demonetized. So you have to look through the fog and see the players behind. So Gary Gensler does not want SRP to succeed because Wall Street wouldn't be getting all that money. So bottom line here's the thing. XLM was created by this really smart guy, right? Okay, but he designed that coin for buys and sells from like retail, people like us. Like, let's say you want to send $100 to Mexico to your mom. Well, that would be handled through XLM. Okay, but then Brad Garlinghouse comes along and he gets real smart and says, wow, I can redo this and we can trade trillions of dollars between banks. Well, get this. The share price was over $3 before JP Morgan and friends saw that it was a problem. So that's why everybody stepped in and they said, we're going to stop these guys because they can take over. So that's why everything went to court. So here's the thing. Behind the scenes, they've been going to other countries and they've been getting contracts, and they're already trading with Japan, other countries, the BRICS. So it's already happening regardless of what the United States does. They cannot hold it back because it's already being used. But the last key player is the United States. So it is important that we get on board. But like I said, that is the reason why it is still running around 50 cents.
Okay, so let me ask you this. How much longer, in your opinion, does the SEC hold this down or this court case take? How much longer?
Well, I'm hoping it ends by the end of the year, but here's the thing. There have been hints, and he has made suggestions even about the presidency. So he's saying when we get a new president, things will change. So I have a big feeling that he is probably not a Democratic supporter, since your Democrats are the ones that are behind Gigi. I don't know if anybody knows that or not, but Gigi is a Democrat.
Oh, for sure. Yep.
For the Clinton house. So anyway, I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. Everybody needs to put 2 + 2 together.
All right. So, AngelFish, what's the circulation of XRP? How many are in circulation?
I'll have to go and look that up real quick.
Okay.
I don't know right now. I can tell everybody in the Discord. It's not as much as Bitcoin, but the thing I wanted everybody to know is that Bitcoin is super duper slow. It takes days to process.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
So the reason why these other banks in other countries are now adopting XRP is because it transfers in seconds.
Right.
Like 3 seconds. So if you wanted to send $1 trillion to Japan to buy some cars, you don't want it to take 6 or 8 days. You want it to happen in seconds. So this is why XRP is more valuable, because once this gets out of the gate and all the banks take it, they're going to pool the coins. So that means they're going to buy them up, they're going to hoard them, and they're going to save them because they don't want to pay the transaction fees like every other second. So they're going to buy the coins and hold them and trade them. When they start pooling coins, there's less and less and less, and XRP goes up in value. So this coin, whether or not you save it a month, a year, or whatever, as long as you hold it, it's going to continue to go up. And yes, it can reach the thousands. Look at Ethereum. Look at the price of it now. If it takes over Ethereum, then it would be just as valuable as Ethereum and be worth $2,000 per share. So anyway, bottom line is, don't be misunderstanding the price tag now. It's only because of the court thing, because Wall Street is trying to hold it down, and that's because of their friends. So it just depends on what side of the gate you're on, but anyway. The other thing is, I wanted everybody to understand, this is why he's being very tight-lipped, Garlinghouse, why he's being tight-lipped, because he can't say publicly certain things because he'll get in trouble because they're still in court. But I have had people say that he accidentally slipped the tongue and said, if you own XRP, you're already rich. So he can't say those things in public because he's still fighting this fight in court. But he's going to win because the judge said that they're being stupid, basically. So that's the bottom line on that stuff. But I just want everybody to know, if you buy XLM, it's great. It's like 11 cents right now, but it will go up. But I think the more value is in XRP because it's going to be money traded between banks. Now, last topic I want to touch on real fast. If you buy XRP, think of it as a savings account. Do not day trade it. Do not. Because there may come a day overnight, we're not going to know what day. Japan's already said all they have to do is flip a switch and it's already at $10. So I have read that publicly from them, but the reason why they're holding it back there again is the bank stuff. But anyway, you can stake part of your XRP. Let's say you have 500,000 coins. If you were to stake 20% of that, you stake it through a bank that's reputable. Don't read up on this because there is risk, but if you were to stake it to a bank, we're going to say Bank of America. Now, they have XRP, but let's say they're running short of coins and they say, well, we still need to have 500,000 coins to ship these to China or whatever. Well, see, if you get in a staking pool and you stake your shares for 6 months, you can make money interest off of those coins. And there are certain apps right now that will let you do it. So there's a risk. So I wouldn't say stake all of them, but I'm just saying you can make a monthly income just like interest on a savings account, only it's much better money. So let's say when it gets up to the value of $500, if XRP goes to 500, you better believe it's going to be valuable because there'll be less shares because all the banks are trying to pool it at that point when they start using it. Mm-hmm. So the other thing is, if you guys don't know, they're also trying to go after the European market. Now, the people that run the European market, that's pretty big. Their system's been around for a long time. I don't want to go in details here, but it's kind of complex. But see, XRP is quietly targeting certain groups, and that is the groups that are supplying the banks. So if you have 100 banks or 200 banks and they all want to pool coins, guess what? Our pool of coins gets lower and lower and lower. When that happens, that is what pushes up the price of XRP. So if you buy it at 50 cents today, by the end of 2024, that thing is going to be in the hundreds of dollars. Mm-hmm. And once they push out Ethereum, it's going to be in the thousands of dollars. So I would not hesitate to say that it would be $2,000 a share once they push out Ethereum. So that is what they're fighting against. They are trying to take over the spaces of these outdated coins that they can do a better job of. And that's what they're doing. They offer the same thing. The only difference is their speed. Their speed of transfers within seconds, and that's what the banks want. And that's why Japan has adopted it. And American companies are just now coming on board because half of the settlement is over. So Western Union is accepting XRP. That's an American company. Bank of America is accepting XRP. So there's a lot of them that are. You just have to look it up. But I just wanted everybody to understand the reason why that process has been slow is because companies like Western Union are not going to join with XRP if they can't legally do it. So now that part is over, everybody's getting on board now. It's only a matter of time. But like I said, think of it as a 401k. I would not sell my XRP.
Right.
Loan it out, but not sell it. So
Exactly.
I'm ready for questions.
I was saying that in the Discord. Anybody that's got questions, go ahead and throw some questions up now. I have one. So having an IPO run parallel with XRP. So you've got the XRP crypto and then you've got the IPO. How do you think the IPO affects the crypto?
Okay, the IPO is most likely going to be Ripple. Ripple is the company that owns XRP.
Okay.
So as soon as that IPO comes out, it's going to fly. But it will automatically make XRP go up in turn because it's a product of Ripple. But again, I would only day trade that first day, but after that, I would hop in on the low, buy back in. I would not sell the IPO right away either,
right?
Because that will go up in time as well, just like XRP. So it's like this. Everybody was talking about everything during COVID and all that in Tesla. Tesla got way down low. I think like to 95 or $100 a share, something crazy, real low. And I told everybody then, I said, you will never see Tesla this low again. I said, this is a gift from God.
Yep.
You know, so I mean, but look at it now. He's got everything straightened out on Twitter. Everything's better. And boom, the price has gone up. So you guys have to understand, bad times and red days are days for shoppers that buy stuff, hold it, and ride it up. You guys panic too much and sell at a loss and cry and say, oh my God, I lost money. But I'm trying to tell you guys, don't think of XRP as losing anything. Think of it as a golden ticket.
Right on.
Because it will go up. It will continue to go up. Teddy bought it at like 30 cents. Yep. Look at it now. It's like 21 cents higher.
Right. So, and forgot about it. Bought it and forgot about it.
You know, so each paycheck, pay yourself. Put $50 in if that's all you can afford. But I'm saying there will come a point in time where that will no longer be possible. So I'm telling you guys now, the reason why I'm stressing this one thing so badly is because this is not a stock. This is a cryptocurrency, so it acts different than a stock. So the value is going to continue to go up because it serves the banks. And the banks are the ones that want speedy transfer, and XRP is the only one that can do it. I don't know any other crypto out there that trades in 3 seconds. So this is why they are going to be big.
Okay, so here's some questions that I'm going to throw at you coming in from YouTube. I'm not sure if you can see them. Sophia's World says, so would you invest in just the IPO Ripple or would you invest in XRP?
When the IPO does open, I would invest in the IPO and I would keep some of that, but I would continue to collect my XRP now while it's still in the 50-cent range. So, yes, I would invest in IPO Ripple because, see, they have other products. So you're going to hear more about their other products being offered. One product is this that I'm glad you asked me that. Everybody's heard of NFTs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, NFTs is where you can buy a piece of art or something like a baseball card and it goes up in value, blah, blah, blah. Okay, all that is handled through these smart contracts. Well, see, that's what Ethereum does. But see,
right.
Not the IPO, but see, part of the Ripple network, they are going to incorporate this at some point with XRP. So once the contracts are incorporated, this thing could shoot up to $600 a share overnight. because it changes the dynamic of XRP where it's smart contracts. And see, that's what Ethereum does. That is why Wall Street's trying to hold it down with all they can, because if XRP can do the same thing at 3 seconds speed, then Ethereum has no place on the board anymore.
Right.
So they can easily replace Ethereum.
Bumped. Rudolph Channel says, this is a pretty easy question. What's a good amount of XRP coin to have? Pretty easy question to answer, if you ask me. I'll let you answer that, Angel.
Now, what now? And say it one more time.
Rudolph wants to know what's a good amount of XRP to have. How many should he have?
Okay. Everybody's pocketbook is different. I'm going to say only put into it what you can afford to just not look at and set aside in a savings account. Some people have more money than others. If you hang on to it for years, you're going to make a lot of money, but, it just all depends on what you're willing to put into it and hold, because you're not going to get your return back tomorrow. Day trading is kind of stupid because they charge gas fees on any platform, but
Yep.
the XRP itself is only fractions of a cent. It's your platform that charges you the fees. So I'm just going to say whatever you can afford to get rid of it and not buy hamburgers and coffee and just spend that per paycheck, I would just keep dumping it in there until this changes, because like I said, at some point you're going to wake up and it's $10 a share, or you're going to look at it again as something happened overnight and it's $100 a share. So you're looking at having to spend that instead of your 50 cents. So it's not going to be 50 cents a share very long.
So basically whatever you can afford without
without selling your house or your car.
That's right,
much.
without affecting your lifestyle one bit. Just put it in there. The biggest question always, even in the Discord, is what's the best platform or the cheapest to buy it on? Do you know?
The funny thing is, all of the platforms are a little bit different. I have mine on Uphold. They charge you like 99 cents if you buy $500 and under. So I just buy 501 at a time when I'm buying shares, and I avoid that little fee. But the platform itself charges you a little bit. It's not a lot. Mm-hmm. And I don't really look at it because, I'm holding on to it. I'm not selling it or trying to day trade it like a penny stock. Mm-hmm. So the fees aren't too bad. But like I said, I don't know what all the other platforms are. Now, I do have Kraken, but I have not yet bought any on Kraken. Mm-hmm. I do know that Robinhood will let you trade it, but I don't know what they charge because I'm not on Robinhood.
Robinhood will let you trade it now? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I have seen it. Now, I don't have Robinhood, so I don't know if that's still a thing, but I have seen people say that they can trade cryptos on it.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
But Webull also has a platform. I have Webull, but I don't have their crypto share thing. So you can trade crypto on Webull. You just have to get that extra app or whatever that lets you do it. But since I already have Uphold, I did not add that, but I do know Webull has gone to that too.
Right. Cool. So,
there's a couple of them, though, that I've never heard of that do let you stake it. And I was looking into that on the web yesterday. So I would look at the ones that also allow you to stake it and see if they have a platform where you can trade it, because it would be a lot easier to stake it from the same platform that you bought it on rather than trying to transfer it to something else if you want to stake it like a year from now. So before you actually go into serious mode of all buying and everything, investigate every website and look and see what they offer, because if you're like me, and that's what I want to do, I'm keeping XRP for life. I'm never selling it. Now, I might build up some, and when it becomes 1,000 or 2,000 share, I might stake 50 or 40% of it and keep the rest. But anyway, like I said, it would be easier if you were on a platform that lets you stake and also buy at the same time. And one thing else, I want to tell you guys a little story that happened to me. So I want you guys to understand why XRP is important to people that are not in this country. One time I left the country and I was out of the country and I got attacked by these really bad people. And I was in a rental car and they put a knife in the tires and they held me up. They took everything I had, including my plane ticket. So when I went to the American Embassy to try to get home, they were not real helpful. All they gave me was an emergency passport. But when I went to the airport made me buy a new plane ticket. So they would not honor my ticket I had already paid for, but I had no money. So luckily I had credit cards. So I called my credit card company and they saved me, but I went to a different airline to buy a one-way ticket back home. That's how I got back to the United States. But see, if you have crypto, you can be in another country. And if you have an emergency like that and all your money and everything's taken, as long as you know your account and you have your account number, you can get instant cash if you're in an emergency. And nobody knows your numbers. If you have it memorized or written down somewhere, you can access it. And I've also seen these phones that people have, like people who live in Africa and places with no internet. You can access your crypto without being on the web. All you have to know is your account number, and you can type it in through these weird phones. But I'm not used to that. I've always used the web.
Yeah.
But anyway, that is a way to do it. I was watching it on YouTube.
That is great. Yeah. Over time, I'm sure it'll become much easier also.
Yeah.
So some of you people with Robinhood, this is what I remember about Robinhood. Pre-lawsuit, the SEC going after XRP, you could buy XRP on Robinhood. As soon as the lawsuit took place, they pulled it. You could only look at it. It was still on the platform. You couldn't buy or sell it. And I believe it might still. So you can send wallet to wallet XRP through Robinhood. I don't think you could still buy it. And so a couple other people are chiming in asking about that. I believe that's where it stands right now. Probably, who knows, by the end of the year, they'll open it up and you can buy it on Robinhood. I buy it
I'm sure you will be able at some point.
Right on. They had it once before, so they'll probably allow it here shortly. Somebody also said, you really think XRP can run close market caps with Bitcoin? Is that possible?
Well, here's the thing. Bitcoin is still valuable. It has its own set of fan club. But see, people like me, I can't afford 26 grand for one share. People like Bill Gates and Elon Musk can, but little guys like us cannot.
Avoid it.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's okay because, like I said, XRP is not big enough to run the entire world. But I have read things that they have said, and I've read a lot of stuff. So I know that they are targeting specific targets. And when I say specific targets, I mean like Ethereum is one of their targets. They want to go after the things that they can take over in place, and they know they're better at it. Another thing that they were targeting was some of this Bankman-Fried guy that went all crazy and, is in jail now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they were looking at some of his customers. So he was wanting to buy out some of the shares. I don't know which ones he got, but he was targeting the ones that were business related because he wanted to gain that new business. So some of them might have been banks in Cayman Islands or other countries. So I just read that today. So that's another one of his targets, is taking over those businesses that will no longer be doing business with Bankman-Fried. So that's like an easy pickings target. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, because those people aren't going to willingly just jump to any other crypto or whatever. So, like I said, he's making his targets, and that's some of them. But I like this CEO because he's very smart. He's very savvy. He knows what he needs to do. And the thing is, he's got plenty of money. He's been fighting them for 3 years on this stuff. But the bottom line is, organically, this price is already over $3 naturally.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we know the value is over $3 right now, but you're getting it at 50 cents. So if you had, let's say, 3,000 shares, and it was like $3.50, you'd have $10,500.
Right. For
And that's
very low
only
investment.
that's only if it went back to its organically made price.
Yep.
You know, without all this other stuff. So, like I said, if they take over the clients that are using Ethereum, and Ethereum's price is what, 2K right now? I'm not sure. It's like 2K.
Close to it.
Yeah, so it doesn't mean that XRP will be less valuable. It means it would be more valuable because it got all their business. So you need to understand the reason why banks are going to XRP alone is because of the speed. And XRP it's not money, but XRP in essence is code. It is code that writes the language from bank to bank. However, the big difference in what they're using in Europe is that XRP does have its own pool of money behind it. That code and all that stuff that they're using in Europe, those guys only have code. They don't have the pool of money, the liquidity behind it. XRP does.
Okay,
so that's why these guys are taking over.
Let me ask this big question, because somebody in the Discord said they live in New York and they were able to, I'm not sure the platform, but they were able to buy XRP Friday in New York on a platform. Are you aware of what?
Well, I've heard other people tell me in the Discord that they couldn't, and they were in New York. So I don't know if it's because the platform they were on was for like California or something. I don't know.
Gotcha.
But I've had people tell me that they were denied and they were in New York. But see, on the internet, I read that New York was blocking XRP. And that's Wall Street. So if you do have trouble, it's because of that. I mean, that's what I read.
Okay.
But like I said, you know, all this court stuff is getting lifted, so that's only going to last for so long.
Right, exactly. And then it's open the gates. Yeah. Everybody's in.
Yeah, they'll have to. Yeah, New York will have to at some point. So if you can figure out a way to go around it, drive over the line to New Jersey and buy it in New Jersey, I don't know. That might work.
Exactly. Thank you, Jacob. I appreciate you, bro. Okay, let me just keep going here to see some other questions for you. Like the video, please, guys. Appreciate y'all.
KB is saying she can't buy it in Coinbase. I already told you guys. Coinbase is also in the same type of lawsuit as XRP. They are trying to tell them that they were trying to sell securities and whatnot. So that's why you're having trouble on Coinbase, because they are in a lawsuit over the exact same thing. See, Gary Gensler is trying to control the cryptocurrency market, but people are putting their foot down and saying, hey, you should have made rules, and you didn't make rules. And now that people sold, you know, 1 billion shares of it, you want to try to penalize them later. So that's why they're taking the SEC to court, because he did not lay down legal laws that everybody had to follow. You know, he was very shady about it. So
Right on. Which is right up his alley. What's up, Margie? Hey, Margie, if you just text me, I can't use the phone. I've got the wonderful AngelFish on the line, but it looked like a text had just come in from you. Can you just put that message up here? And everybody that's just tuning in, we've got AngelFish from the Discord live on the hotline explaining all the details of XRP, the SEC situation, and how soon that might come to an end. And then the big IPO for XRP, which is the talk of the town right now. When will that news be released? We're kind of discussing all of the above. So if you guys have any questions, well, I mean, it's Sunday, it's late. She's going out of her way to do this, y'all. If you got some questions right now, instead of slamming her in the Discord, I'm sure she'd much rather explain it live right now than have to type it in the Discord. And I myself would like to hear it straight from her as well. So thank you, Jacob. Jacob says you sound like Marjorie Taylor Greene. She's a bulldozer, isn't she, bro? What a beast Marjorie Taylor Greene is. You do kind of remind me of her voice, AngelFish. Yeah. Let's see. Margie says in New York, you're not allowed to buy crypto. And exactly what I figured. You can buy it if you find an exchange and allows you to buy crypto, usually out of the U.S. Okay. So you just got to find that loophole and go around until Biden's out of the White House and we get somebody that comes in and sets new rules. basically.
Well, that's why I wondered why if you couldn't go to a hotel over in New Jersey and buy it, when you're in the state of New Jersey off a hotel Wi-Fi. I don't know if that would work or not. I'm not there. So, hey, Margie, how are you? I don't know. I mean, that's the interesting to see if you could do it that way.
It's just another reason to get the hell out of New York, people. Get the hell out of that shitty-ass state. The whole state is corrupt.
Exactly. Home of Wall Street, the biggest criminals in the world, I'm telling you.
Yeah. Margie, I thought you already were. Well, hot damn. For real? Okay, doing it now, Marge. Bam. Let me see. Let's see. Moderator. Yes. Yes. All right, Margie, you're good to go. I thought you already were a mod, Margie.
It says, here are 5 ways you can stake your XRP tokens: Celsius, Nexo, Crypto.com, Binex, Earn, and AAX.
Okay, did you guys hear that? And also, basically, you're earning a percentage when you stake coins. Somebody had asked earlier what staking means, and that's it. You're just earning a small percentage for setting it aside and not touching it and allow that money to come in every month. That's staking. Just making money off of the money. What is this? You've lost some. Remember the Patreon days when you scammed countless people. One girl who donated to you lost 20,000. Whoever you are, and if there's people all up in my Discord right now that would like to talk to this guy, I've got a rat coming out, guys. Go ahead. I mean, all of my Discord is on right now, whoever you are.
Well, it's probably people trying to bash XRP. I totally ignore those kind of messages.
And nothing, so I'm going to go ahead and ban this fool, which I like it when they come out of the closet so I can ban them.
Yeah, it could be probably part of your fan club on other YouTubes that are mad that you're talking about something they're not.
We've banned a ton of people from the Discord, so there's no telling who it is.
By the way, I did invite Brad Garlinghouse to come on our YouTube. I don't know if he saw it in time or if he's even here, but you guys, I did invite Brad over Twitter. So if you got any questions for him direct, post it here so we can see him. Because at some point when all this court stuff is listed, he's going to come out of the gate. He's going to be running his mouth saying, we're doing this, this, and this. But the reason why he's kind of publicly quiet right now is because he's not fully finished with the lawsuit stuff. But, the judge said they were being stupid, basically. So, I have no fear of it being finished soon. Hopefully by the end of this year, I'm hoping.
And there's
I
really
expect to see the price be up by the end of this year, too.
Oh, for sure, especially if there's more talk of the IPO. But there's not going to be an IPO until the court case is settled. So,
right, because they have to go through the SEC to get it. So SEC is going to punish them and not give it to them till this ends. So I'm thinking November, December, I'm going to get it more excited and think it might come on by then, I hope.
Right on.
But I think the lawsuit is stupid. A lot of other people do too. But, I got to say this, if Western Union has jumped on the bandwagon, you got to know they don't think this lawsuit is serious either. I do not think they would risk their money and their reputation by jumping in and joining with XRP if they thought it was serious either.
And all the trouble of having to coordinate with XRP just to retract it for something to go south with the SEC. Why would they go through that trouble? I agree.
Yeah.
Totally.
And you guys, I don't know if you know it or not, but MasterCard has also adopted XRP. There's a whole list of other ones. The guys in Japan are hot all over it like syrup on pancakes. So,
beautiful. Heck yeah.
Japan is a big loyal customer. India is starting to use XRP and several other countries too. But like I said, the most important thing is they're targeting Ethereum. And I'm excited about that because Ethereum is Wall Street. When they break that backbone, boy, you better look out because the price is going to go up then for sure.
Yeah, big time. So I don't even see a point in wasting time in all these other cryptos. Somebody was asking me the other day about Shiba Inu, and I'm, those are useless fun coins that had their day that I don't even think are ever going to come back to amount to anything. Here you have use that could surpass Ethereum, and obviously it's already in use surpassed Bitcoin. So it's a usable coin that should be invested in for that reason alone. Lawnmower Man. What's up, Lawnmower Man? How are you, buddy? And the SEC did the same thing to DWAC, by the way, if you guys remember. Held DWAC up in court for the longest time over a conversation, which is bullshit.
Because it was Trump. Because it was Trump.
They just wanted to hold it back, and hopefully Trump would go away and DWAC would liquidate. And it didn't happen. Any other questions for AngelFish, guys, on XRP? I know it's Sunday. It's late. She's probably got other things to do. If you guys got any questions, slam them in. Otherwise,
you guys, let her go. Margie is also very knowledgeable on XRP. If you want to pump her for questions, she knows a lot about XRP too.
Awesome. All right, so yeah, DWAC definitely is what we're going to talk about here shortly. Like I said, I'm going to keep that in the front of your minds, gambler. I'm not going to let you forget about it. XRP, now in the Discord, we've got a chat set up for it. So if you guys are in the Discord, just chime in with questions, and AngelFish will, I'm sure, be in there answering. That's it. So I thank you, AngelFish. I really appreciate you coming on and doing this, and I'm sure everybody enjoyed hearing your voice. And maybe as we near the end of the year, we'll do this again with some more updates, okay?
Okay.
All right. All right, everybody say goodbye to AngelFish. Thank you, girl.
Bye, everybody.
All right. Bye-bye. All right, so wrapping that up, that was AngelFish from the Discord, guys. She's done a lot of DD, and she's been pushing XRP in the Discord for the longest time. Just constantly coming in and reminding people why you want to buy it, why you want to push aside stupid coins that, like I was just talking about, Dogecoin and Shiba Inu and Mooncoin and all the shit, that really all they are just fun and games, ride the rip, but there's no actual use for those coins. Whereas XRP could easily surpass in speed, which it already has, Ethereum. Therefore, pick one or the other. Why would you go with the slower? You're going to go with the faster, more usable coin, correct? Right, which is XRP. XRP is held up right now. The SEC is wanting, Wall Street's wanting to hold it down. You heard what she said. Everybody's trying to hold it down because they know it's going to knock Ethereum off its rocker. Let's see how much longer they can do it, but they've already lost one. That's what the big celebration was for. I should have talked to her about that celebration. I watched some of it. But now they just got to knock this last one out, and it should be straight up. Okay, once they let this racehorse loose. I have it on crypto.com. So the other day I was buying, I bought 10,000 again. I added 10,000 to my wallet, and they were charging, I was buying it in batches. They charged me like $3 a batch. So everybody was asking me, how much does crypto.com? From what I was seeing, they were charging me $3. Okay. What's up? What's up? What's up? All right, Margie's here. And so now here's the thing with Ethereum, and you realize that, like she said, every time you buy it, you have to pay your broker, that broker app, that account. They're selling you at a price. So scalping it doesn't make any sense because you're shaving money off the top. Is it worth it? it's more worth it to just do like me. I buy it. And I forget about it. It's sitting in my crypto.com, and I don't even give a shit to look at it once a month. I didn't even care to look at it until AngelFish brought it up the other day. And like I said when I started the video, I'm always having to update my crypto.com app, which makes me not want to open the app ever, because I don't ever want to update it, because you know what I'm saying? I don't want to go through all that time. So it's best to just buy it, forget about it. Don't try to scalp it. Don't try to day trade it. Organic value right now is $3, because prior to the lawsuit and all the bullshit, and I even remember it being slightly over $3 on Robinhood. It was trading at $3 when you could actually buy it on Robinhood. So organic value of XRP is $3. You can buy it at 50 cents right now. All that means is that when the SEC finally gets squashed and this is over and all the court cases are finalized, that means that XRP immediately, most likely, goes back to $3. So you have a 50-cent coin that overnight strikes $3. That's what she was talking about when she said that organic $3. And I personally remember looking at it on Robinhood back in the day when everybody was hyping it up. You know, before the lawsuit, everybody was all over XRP until this shit happened, right? Let me just keep going. Margie says, Teddy, tell Lawnmower Man to get me on the Discord. Yeah, okay. Lawnmower Man, Discord. Margie says you're not fully connected, so she needs to see. Go to the Discord into like the new Megalodons or help, please, so she can get you fully connected. Anybody that's not in the Discord, the link's below. It's $10 a month. And like that guy said, it's $10 a month so you could be, I don't know, stupid enough to lose $20,000. I don't know who the fuck he was talking about. I don't know anybody in the Discord that lost $20,000. Other than me, and then some on Dogecoin, which I was up a shit ton and I lost a shit ton. Lawnmower Man, did you get straightened out? I saw you the other day coming in, and I wasn't sure either if you had gotten full access, because I don't see you in my chat. I've not seen your name in my chat yet. As far as IPOs, AATP might shotgun filings in tomorrow, but I don't think they will. It looks like maybe Tuesday, Matt. I'd say it's more like Tuesday, not tomorrow, okay? I lost on Dogecoin because I didn't sell. Like I said, I had 1 million, hair over a million coin. When it was at 77 cents, I was up literally $800,000. I didn't sell until I had lost, it was all the way down to 300,000 by the time I sold. So I lost a hell of a lot more than $20,000, but I gained, you know, my investment was 10 grand. I bought a million coin when it was 0.009. You had to have sold it. I mean, if you're holding Dogecoin now from the Elon Musk days, you lost your ass. So I wish to God I could go back. I would have sold that shit right before he went on Saturday Night Live. I learned a hard lesson, man. Sucks. Okay, so that's it. Anybody got any other questions? So we got IPOs from here on out for me. Of course, I have my XRP, but I'm not doing anything else in the Discord this month. I'm going to focus solely on IPOs. We got plenty of other people throwing day trades out, scalps, swing trades. You guys don't need me for that. If I see a good one, even no matter how hot it is, I'm going to stick to my plan. This month is where I do IPOs only, just to prove that if I play every IPO, I'll come out ahead versus picking and choosing. I'll come out further ahead, I should say. The Discord is below. It's the IPO Attack Club. There's a link below for it, Sophia. Okay? Alrighty then. That's it. I'm tired, man. I never go live on a Sunday. This is my relaxed day where I usually turn my brain off and just chill, you know. If you guys would like to join the Discord, the link's below. It's $10 a month. It's a hell of a lot more than day trading, I'll tell you that, guys. It's a lot more than just the stock market. It's a really tight-knit group of people. We check in every day with each other. We have fun with each other. We look out for one another. It's not just stock market, okay? Love all y'all. I'll see you guys in the Discord. And if we do have AAT tomorrow, I'll be live tomorrow, guys. I don't care if I got to leave the gym early. Network One Financial, AATP. It's either going to be tomorrow or Tuesday. We're just looking for those final filings, all right? All right, everybody. Y'all have an awesome night. Doge Warrior out, baby. Shaboom. Peace.